would I be the asshole for planning to expose my sister for cheating on her fiancé? My sister is 18 and her fiancé is 20 going on 21. I've been living with them as a roommate since June. Her fiancé recently got a new job that keeps him away for weeks at a time. After that, my sister got close to a male friend, and the way she acts about him has been setting awful. I try to give her advice, but she hears what she wants and throws out the rest. She talks about this guy like a middle schooler with a crush. She tells me about him hitting on her and complimenting her and flirting with her. His own fiancée left him because she was uncomfortable with their friendship. My sister started talking badly about the ex and acting very different personality-wise. Here's where I might be the asshole. One night, my sister said that she was going on a drive and left her phone at home. That felt strange, so I went through it. I know that was wrong, but I couldn't help it. I've been cheated on before, and I can't watch it happen to someone right in front of me. The guy texted her something along the lines of, quote, "Come over, baby. Daddy is waiting." She went to his house that night and came home the next morning claiming she slept in her car. My sister and her sister-in-law are planning to go see her fiancé this Wednesday for his birthday. My plan is to text him Thursday morning before she wakes up and tell him to go through her phone. I cannot screenshot anything because she deletes the messages, but he can recover them and see everything since she has an iPhone. I hate cheating, and I feel awful keeping this secret while she lies to someone who treats her extremely well. I already told her she needed to distance herself before things exploded like when this guy and his ex broke up. She ignored me, and talking to her does not help. So am I the asshole if I expose her? Edit, she just went on another drive and left her phone here. She said she might sleep in her car again. Edit 2, I'm telling him via a text now number tomorrow morning around 4 a.m. when he gets up. My message will read, quote, "Make blank tell you what's really going on with blank." And then send a screenshot of the convo they had previously mentioned in my OG post. Any thoughts? Question mark. Sleeping in your car? What in the world is going on? You are not a very good keeper of hiding stuff, because what do you mean you're gonna go on a drive and sleep in your car? That is the sketchiest thing I've ever heard of. Like, what? That's crazy. And how is your fiance not suspecting anything after you're going on a drive and sleeping in your car when you have a literal house to go back to? That makes no sense to me. But, yeah, send, like, something anonymous. If I were to tell on someone for cheating, it would definitely be something anonymous, because I don't want to, like, get in the mess of that, and I don't want, like, that situation to flip back on me, because I just know that, like, especially people like this, I feel like they're the type of people that would flip it on, like, them being the victim of this person doing this to them, you know what I mean? And it's like, that just takes away from the whole point that you literally are having, like, a full-blown affair while you're about to marry someone, especially because you're about to marry this person. Like, why are you even continuing this relationship? Get out of the relationship. I will never understand that. But, like, you are going to trap this person in a marriage with you when you cheated on him before you even got married. Just end it now so that you don't have to divorce along, because you're obviously going to get a divorce. If it's not because he finds out, it's because you are going to continue cheating, or you're never going to be satisfied with the relationship. And that's just crazy. Like, why do you even want to trap yourself into that marriage? Like, you should just be single or go be with this guy that you want to be with so bad. Commenter 1, not the asshole, but you need to find a way to do it anonymously, like create a burner account or use a Google number to text him to tell him, unless you're okay blowing up your relationship with your sister / getting kicked out. OP said, I was planning on texting him off a text now number. He wakes up around 5 a.m. and she wakes up around 10 a.m. Yes, wait, actually, I didn't actually end up doing this because I was honestly, why was I so afraid? I found out that this girl was being cheated on. I can't remember the exact situation, but I remember finding out that this girl in my high school, or she went to the other high school, but I was friends with, like, a lot of people from this other high school. She was dating this guy, and he was cheating on her with, like, one of her best friends. And so I was like, okay, well, if she doesn't find out, I'm going to, like, go to her house and leave a note in her mailbox and tell her, like, literally just type out a note saying that, like, this person is cheating on you. I wasn't really, like, very good friends with this girl. Like, we would we had hung out before in like groups, or if I saw her at parties, like I would talk to her, and like we were like acquaintances, but not like good friends or anything. But she ended up finding out. I don't really know how she found out, but I was like so nervous because I was like, oh my God, what if my fingerprints are on this letter? I thought I was going to get arrested. Like, why would you get arrested for putting a note in someone's mailbox telling them that they are getting cheated on by their boyfriend? Like, what? Make it make sense. I don't know. But why I thought I needed to be the hero of that story, I don't know, because I was not the only one that knew. A lot of people knew, and I don't really know how she ended up finding out, but I'm glad she ended up finding out, especially because I think the other girl that was her best friend was also cheating on her boyfriend, too. Or cheated. I think it was a one-time thing. I think they just hooked up or like had sex one night at like a party, but they were both in a relationship, and this girl was like really close with this other girl. So it was just like a mess. This guy was just like such a typical, like, he had cheated previously on his other relationships, which, not saying that it's the girl's fault at all for being in a relationship with him, but I just like knew that it was coming. I just feel like when you see someone that's like a serial cheater, or who has cheated or done like bad things, or just like is a fuckboy, especially in high school, they're probably gonna cheat on their next girlfriend. And it always sucked because it was like, it's like watching a movie when you're like, no, don't open the closet, no, don't open it, there's like a killer in there. And that's how I felt whenever I would watch girls get into relationships with guys that I just knew were not good guys and are probably going to end up cheating on them. Okay, someone said, you aren't in a position to blow up the engagement. You said you're living with sis and her fiance as a roommate. Step 1 is to find somewhere else to live before contacting fiance. You should also have some proof and be ready for the fallout with family. OP said, I have pictures, but if I have to show those pictures, it would kind of show that it was me because they were taken night of. She deleted everything the next day. The reason for urgency is that they are planning to sign another year-long lease on the house that we're renting. Also, she's not really a big part of my family, just my mom, who already knows. She's not really a big part of my family? What? Someone said, I think he deserves to know, but you do know this may ruin your relationship with your sister. You are also living with them, so it might put you in a bad situation. I'm not saying don't tell him, but there will be consequences for you as well. Just make a plan for you as well. And OP said, that's fine. The person she's changing into is not a person that I want to be in my life. And my mom and father-in-law are okay with me staying with them while I find an apartment. All right, there's an update 3 days later. Hey guys, everyone wanted an update, so here it is. I ended up not having to expose my sister. Last night she woke up her fiance, Andrew, in the middle of the night crying and said, quote, I can't do this anymore. He asked, quote, what, you don't love me anymore? And she told him, quote, I do love you. I'm just not in love with you. Andrew told her she needed to leave and get her stuff, her animals, and her sister out of his house. While I was still in bed, his sister came into the room and told me that I could stay the night, but I needed to be out by the next day. I told her I was going to leave tonight, and at that point, I told her everything. I showed her the screenshots, the voice recordings, everything. She put Andrew and another one of their sisters on the phone to tell them what was going on. She left and said thank you. And as I was packing my things, my sister's affair partner showed up to get her stuff. I went back inside to help him pack, and one of Andrew's sisters texted me asking if the cops were outside. They were. They had the affair partner in cuffs and detained because he had a gun on him. Legal. Someone had called and said that he was barred from the property. Andrew had tried to get him barred over the phone, but since he was not there in person, the police could not enforce it. So they just did a standby while he grabbed the rest of my sister's things. The whole time, my sister and the affair partner were not even trying to hide their relationship. They were calling each other baby and flirting in front of everyone. Now my sister is staying at the affair partner's house, and I'm staying with my boyfriend until I can get the down payment together for a house. After things calmed down, my sister texted me this morning and said, quote, I know you're the one who told Andrew and sent him that photo. I can't even be upset at you for it, but I feel like you invaded my privacy by doing that. And I really wish you wouldn't have done that. But like I said, I understand why you did it, and I can't be mad at you. Love you. She says she's not mad at me. I don't believe her, but I really don't care at this point. On top of all of that, the affair partner's ex is trying to work things out with him for the sake of their child. And now she's evicting him from the place they shared because his name is not even on the lease. So I honestly have no idea where my sister and the affair partner are going to stay once he has to move out. But that's all I have to share for now. Thank you, everyone, for your comments. Oh my God, being 18 and doing all of this is so crazy to me because at the age of 18, like, what? 18 and you're already engaged and cheating on your partner, and then you're breaking up with your partner and being in a relationship with your affair partner, who also was having an affair with their partner, and they have a kid on top of it. Whoa, this is a mess. This sounds like adult problems. Like when I was 18, I felt like a actual baby. Well, I felt like I was like so mature and knew everything, but at the same time I was like, no, I'm an actual baby. But like that's just crazy. The top comment said, anyone else get lost in the moving out portion of the story when it comes to what people were doing? LOL, am I dumb? And then someone responded to that and said, who is father-in-law? Is that her boyfriend's dad? And how can she save up for a down payment on a house and buy a house within a week? Does she mean that she's saving up for a security deposit on an apartment and just doesn't know how to use the words? I know, this is what I was thinking too. I was like, wait, girl, you're kind of inspiring me. Like, it's that easy to buy a house? Okay, let me get this down payment together within the next couple days. Because what do you mean, a down payment like on a house? That's a good amount of money, girl. And you can just do that all of a sudden? We're going to move on to the next story. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.